But I think maybe you should go handheld. Maybe you should go handheld.
Yeah.
You're kind of the star of the show, so I want to make sure we can hear you. You want to do a little mic check?
Mic check, 1 2 1 2.
It sounds beautiful. Ibrahim, how are you?
Good, thank you.
You've got the fancy. Actually, I think yours is the best quality. It's a condenser mic.
And I'll be the least one talking in this episode.
It's all,
I'm coming here to listen to you guys. I'm not coming here to talk.
Well, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
I guess we'll get started. So, welcome. This is episode 5 of the Good Nuff podcast. We got Mr. Ali here, a guest, and Ibrahim was kind of the middleman who set it all up. He chased me down in Murdiff City Center, met for the first time.
True.
And it was just, serendipity. Here we are.
I've been a fan for like 2 years now, maybe, since you started.
Yeah, but then you made a page, posted 3 videos, and got like 50
they're not 3
times more
videos, by the way.
volume.
They're like 33.
He went viral a couple times.
No, he did so good.
I had a video of 1.3 million, but then I lost the momentum.
I've never gotten over 1 million on my own video. So I've done a couple where I collaborated, but never gotten 1 million yet.
Inshallah soon. Maybe this episode.
Yeah, who knows?
We'll see.
Yeah, if we can get your shirt off, maybe. Hold on. Wrong one. There it is. So we got some good topics. Ali, you've sent some stuff in, and we'll probably just go through them. But obviously, my channel is focused mostly around health, nutrition, things like that. I'm actually from a teaching background myself, but I've slipped into health. I've been through a personal body transformation, and now I'm helping a lot of people. I'm a coach, but not necessarily a sports coach. I do like a lot of life coaching too. So I'm all about the psychology and manipulation, and so I manipulate people into losing weight now. That's my new thing. What about yourself, Ali? What's your gig?
Well, I'm not a coach. I work now as a training manager.
Okay.
But in corporate, in IT. But I think I represent people who have a 9-to-5 job that just want to be fit and healthy. I have a page where I post fitness stuff, but I'm not a personal trainer per se. But I just love working out, and it's done a lot for me as a person, not just physically.
Is it like a new thing that you picked up recently, or you've been a lifelong?
It's been lifelong, but I've been consistent since 2017, I think.
Okay.
I had a back injury back in the day. I had a slip disc injury, and the doctor didn't want me to work out. But then when I started working out, I felt better. And then there was a time in 2018 where I think I was at the lowest point in my life. I was unemployed for about 4 months. It was really terrible. And the gym was the only place where I could stop thinking about, life and the whole anxiety that comes with not having an income and all these things. So that's why I used to spend 2 or 3 hours at the gym. I was in the shape of my life, but mentally I was
out of sorts.
Yep.
It's interesting, like even the fact you mentioned a doctor, because I've also had slip discs, and so many times they've told me stop lifting weights, stop doing things, and you're right. The minute I started back again, I've felt the strongest I've ever felt now.
How did you get the injury?
So the first time, I was 150 kilograms most of my life, and I played American football. So I think just lifestyle over many years that caused a lot of disc issues. If I did spinal decompression for a while because I was trying to avoid surgery. But it really didn't do anything. And then I guess it was just a really bad angle. It wouldn't come off. But
I avoided surgery the entire time. But I had 2 injuries. One of them was I was with Ibrahim actually.
I wanted to ask you if you want to tell the story.
I don't care. I'll tell the story. We were at a Swedish House Mafia concert.
Okay.
I was 19. I was being an idiot.
Okay. What year was this? We're going to figure out your age now.
Yeah, I'm 30. I'm turning 31 in 20 days.
I just turned 40. I'm much older than you guys. Okay, keep going.
Just a number. Doesn't mean anything.
Thank you, Ibrahim. I needed that.
Now, everyone online saw that this is the same cola that I was drinking.
That's fine. Teamwork. That's fine.
So tell us the story.
I'm not sure if I want to tell the story.
We're not here to...
Okay, so we were partying, and let's just leave it at that, okay?
So my man hurt his back partying, but I'm glad you didn't do surgery. My father almost disowned me for doing it. Like he was like, "Don't do the operation. You're crazy." But I was literally like almost paralyzed. I couldn't walk.
But I think now it's much better. Even the technology and all the stuff in the medical industry that will make it.
Did you do physiotherapy?
I did physio.
I did it for like 4 or 5 years.
That's good. See, I'm so bad. I'd do it for a few weeks, and then something came up, and then I'd stop. So I'd never really properly got the benefit.
No, but the best benefit I got was from working out and lifting and deadlifting, ironically. Yeah.
Things a lot. But
I used to love deadlift so much. I don't deadlift as much anymore, but I used to love it so much, and it was more of a psychological thing for me. Like, I know this may sound weird, but I treat the gym and myself at the gym like a superhero. You know, so when usually the deadlift exercise and the squats and compound lifts are more of like villains for me. So I feel stronger when I wear my long white socks. These ones.
Nice.
So once I actually went on with them and went for a deadlift and passed out.
You passed out mid
I have it on video. Yeah.
There's so much more I need to learn about you, Ali. So far,
look,
you're throwing your back out partying, you passed out deadlifting.
Yeah, I can send you the video. People can see it.
Yeah, Ali, you're wild. Yeah, we're gonna splice that in somehow.
Look, I think you should. Your imagination can make life much more interesting, because that's how I was able to stay consistent in the gym, at least in the beginning.
So the lift, like your record was like defeating a villain. That's how you psyched yourself up to do a.
Yeah. So one time, I went on a Friday after Salat al-Jum'ah.
Okay.
And the gym was empty, and it was just me, I think, in the gym. I think it was like 3 p.m. And I kept adding weights. I think I reached like 180. And I said, you know what, I'll go for it. And I did, but then I passed out. Okay? And next thing you know, I open my eyes and I see this woman crying next to me, thinking I died. You know, and the guy telling her to calm down, and then they got me ice and stuff. But then for 6 months after that, the gym receptionist bullied me for
you were always that guy.
I was like, Ali, don't pass out. And I'm like, okay.
Ali, you literally put the dead in deadlift.
Yep.
Was that good?
For that.
Yeah.
Thanks. That joke's already coming. So that's two things you mentioned so much, like, and that's one of your major points about mental health and sort of psyching yourself up and using fitness and nutrition to get you through time. I think that's a valid point. And even COVID, you saw that many people went to fitness just to get them through that very tough period where they were isolated or alone.
But in COVID, my biggest challenge was not going to the gym. I gained, I think, in Ramadan alone, Ramadan 2020, because the gyms were closed in Dubai, I think for a couple months, I think I gained 15 kilos.
Oh, wow.
And once they opened them back, I was the first person to go to the gym, and they made us wear gloves and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I remember those days.
But I loved it. As long as I can go to the gym, I'm fine. For me, at least.
I'm okay. Like, because of my injuries, I've always been forced to try and stay fit with or without exercise. And so I think in a way that's very helpful. So if I'm injured or if I'm busy or I'm traveling, I can kind of keep it in check. I guess I'm old too, so like you gotta like scale back.
Is 40 old?
It's like it feels old to me.
I don't think so.
Like, okay, now. So you guys are in your 30s. I feel old. These podcasts, I don't think I'm enjoying these podcasts, to be honest. They're a little too real for Papa.
Yeah, I think it's a therapy for you.
I know. It's a lot cheaper than therapy, at least. So let's talk a little bit about these 9-to-5 jobs. So you're in IT. Like, you probably have to sit down a lot, I'm assuming, too.
Yeah. And sit down, and it's mostly office work. So I love training people in the corporate world, but I think I'd be a terrible personal trainer in fitness. But in the corporate world, I'm a good trainer.
Why do you say that, though? Because you're sitting in their shoes, right? I mean,
yeah, but like this idea, I don't know, man. I don't think I have it in me to check every Friday on someone and tell them, okay, what's your weight? What did you do? And stuff. I feel like I don't have the energy to motivate people.
Technology is amazing now. So there's some apps out there where you can literally manage like dozens of clients at the same time. So it's only the beginning where you spend a few hours setting up their schedule, and it's customized, so it does take a little bit of time. So whether you're doing a full meal plan for them or just giving them general macros, depends on the person, right? Some people, they want to be handheld. Other people, they know what they're doing. They just need a bit of guidance. You set that up. You can set up daily habits. You can set up any habits you want. So even let's say, for example, they want to stop swearing also. So it's just something else on there to like check off the box. You can add that to their daily habits. So every morning, daily weigh-in, daily. So literally they're just going, takes them 5 seconds. You immediately get some kind of feedback, like daily. And then you can even set like flags or warning signs if, like, for example, they're slipping behind in certain things. You don't have to, even if you're not checking, you'll get notified that, oh, they're, haven't done this or they're failing on that. So then you know, oh, I better check in on this guy. So it all of a sudden makes it way less work for you, way less work for them. And the whole process is it's just so much more efficient and effective. Yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like in the market of being a personal trainer, there's a lot of negative things that happen. Like the market is oversaturated for me, at least.
It can be,
for me. And can I be like, I'm a bit of a hater overall. Okay, so like I know this is gonna sound negative, but
go ahead, bring it on.
There's a stuff with the lifestyle that come with it that I don't necessarily like.
For example,
okay, so look, there are categories of people in the gym. Okay, so you've got the Mr. Miyagi's of the gym, the sage, the wise guy at the gym. You've got the influencers, and you've got the personal trainers who just to get attention, and and it's all about what to post on Instagram and TikTok and stuff, which is fine. I post a lot of videos at the gym, but I feel like there are some gyms and there are some communities that overdo it, and I don't want to be associated with that.
No information I've ever put out has not been said before. I mean, a lot of the basics of fitness are still the basics. They've been around for a long time. They haven't really changed. So what's different is that just because someone hears you doesn't mean they're necessarily listening to you. And there's some voices that just resonate better than with others. So for example, maybe me, like my whole brand is around Papacast, whatever. So I noticed a lot of my followers seem to be younger male sort of demographic. We might say the same exact thing, slightly different tone, slightly different style, yet they hear 80% of it and activate 80% of it from me, but maybe only 10% from someone else, and vice versa. So your voice is unique to you. So maybe it's those IT guys that are out there that think they can't balance life and marriage and work and stuff. It'll hit harder coming from you because you're sitting where they come from. Put yourself out there, because you never know who you help, even if it's only a couple people.
Look, one day I want to have my own podcast too.
Yeah.
One day, I don't know when.
You've done this before, though. Are we going to bring that up?
I have. Not so proud of it, but I have.
13 episodes. You're beating me.
13 episodes song before COVID. Which is Alpha podcast.
It was called Which is Alpha.
So you guys were like ahead of your time.
Not really, but
pre-COVID, I mean, it's like podcast. I feel like just the last couple of years they've really blown up.
Yeah, well, Joe Rogan and these guys been at it since, I don't know, 2013 maybe.
True.
But our podcast had potential had we kept going, and I think it's the same for fitness and all these things. For me, the consistency I keep at the gym is consistency that I cannot manage to do when it comes to starting my own podcast. I know it's contradictory. Like, for example, I would do a podcast tomorrow if you can guarantee for me that I will have, say, 1,000 people already listening. But there's a stage you cannot skip where you go from 0 to 1,000.
Right.
And I feel like subconsciously I don't want to go through that stage.
Interesting.
And I don't know what to do about it.
Sounds like you need a coach.
Yep.
Because just like in fitness, you just need accountability, where it's like it's always one step taken many times, and eventually then you reach the mile or the kilometer or the marathon, whatever, you reach the goal. So it's the same in podcasts, where so maybe I think even the way you were doing it, maybe I don't know how the podcast was, but maybe it was really high produced, where it was a lot of effort and it was difficult. So maybe, for example, doing it in a smaller setting or simpler setting would make it more likely, even if you don't have 1,000 listeners, you're not like, well, it's all right, it didn't take that much effort, or I enjoyed it, or I scaling it to where until you're then so excited to do it that you don't mind investing and spending hours on it, because it's just the fire is lit.
See, regarding our podcast that we had before, it started like we were having like normal conversations, me and Ali, about anything. And then some people were sitting with us, they were like, okay, you have some nice conversations, why you don't record it as podcasts? So we had also a couple of friends that we were 4 people.
Nice.
So what happened actually, that before we start recording, we can talk for hours and it would be really interesting.
The minute you hit record,
we cannot say anything.
It's true. Usually the stuff before and the stuff after is the gold stuff. So I always leave also the camera running after we're done, and then it's true, because there's something, I guess psychological, where you just relax.
I think with time you get better at being yourself on and off camera.
True.
Right.
Yeah.
And also we were trying to do it like a scripted kind of of a podcast, that will never work.
It's tough, yeah. I mean, it's good to have some preparation.
True.
But I'm also me. I'm lazy and not organized, so I prefer just to go ramble.
I think that's the best way to do it.
Yeah.
Because you show your true self.
So you're not a big fan of the PT business per se. Look, I'm the same. By the way, I've coached people, but I don't like getting coached. Also.
Yeah.
So everyone is different. Like I prefer to do things independently. So I like to research, look into things on my own. It's just my style. There's days where I want to do this, and then other days where I want to do that. How the hell is some guy like sitting somewhere else supposed to know what mood I'm in?
Yeah.
So even like I like to make my own food because like how do you know if I want fish or chicken today? Like maybe an hour ago I wanted fish, and then all of a sudden the last 10 minutes I want chicken. So like you'd never know that. So
You
I'd
like
rather
the freedom.
I like to be in control. That's just me. But there's other people where it's the opposite, where they just don't have the time. Or
Let me tell you something. Knowing Ali,
Yeah.
I think he will be a very good. He needs to have a coach. Actually, knowing him, he's a kind of a guy that he doesn't like to have options. He likes to be given at least like exactly
I drive
like a
myself
meal
crazy.
plan, for
Yeah.
example. So if you tell him 2-3 options, then he will go crazy. You have to tell him, okay,
Yeah.
we'll do one thing, and then he'll do it.
It helps because at the end of the day, what are you paying for? You're not paying for, it's common knowledge. I told you, all this stuff you can find for free. I found for free.
True.
So if you can get the most unhealthy person in the world, you put 2 types of food in front of them. Junk food, salad. If you're trying to lose weight, which one's probably better for you? They'll all say, yeah, the salad. Okay. What's probably better, laying down, watching Netflix, or going for a walk if you're trying to lose weight? Every one of them. Go for a walk.
Yeah.
Exactly. You know exactly what to do. And there's something about investing, whether it's time, whether it's money. When you invest in something, you're way more likely to do it.
Yeah.
It's just psychologically. It's like, khalas, I'm in.
I paid money for that.
Yeah. Because at the end of the day, you don't care how you do it. You just want to do it. It doesn't matter if the coach didn't even help you. If you paid him and then you got so pissed off that you ended up doing it because you didn't want to waste your money, that's perfect. That's the outcome you wanted.
But do you enjoy the actual process of like lifting and working out?
I do. I do
Yeah?
personally.
Okay.
So I look, I'm a big fan of coaching. I've seen it work well on other people. But that being said, if you don't need a coach, you don't need a coach. That's great.
No, I think
mean,
coaching is great. I don't think I'd be a good coach. That's all.
maybe.
Like in fitness.
I think the person who thinks they'd be a bad coach is probably the best coach ever.
Maybe.
Because half the people who think they're amazing are probably useless.
I think I'd enjoy myself being, say, I don't know, run a gym, for instance. The
okay.
operations of running a gym, I'd love that.
Okay.
Like from behind the scenes. But to train someone, I don't think I'd be a good fit.
See,
Last year I had an idea for a show,
okay.
a series. Okay. And I wrote a pilot episode.
Oh, like an actual.
No, well, ChatGPT wrote it.
Okay.
Okay. But so the idea was a show about a gym community, about a gym.
Okay.
Okay, so episode 1, the hero, his name's Ali,
All right.
of course, goes to the gym on January 1st because his New Year resolution is to start working out.
All right.
And then he starts meeting these people at the gym. And then in the show, you show like the types of people at the gym, like the personal trainer, the influencer, the guy that knows it all, the grunter that always yell with every rep,
So
you know?
like the cast is every single gym stereotype.
Yep.
I like that.
It's like
Yeah.
The Office, or
Yeah,
Yeah,
like the
it's
office, but
Gym
the
setting.
First episode was really cool, but then I didn't ask ChatGPT for a second.
For a second episode.
Yeah, but one day, inshallah, I will sell it to Netflix or something.
Okay. I know a really good director, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm a big deal.
Yeah.
Kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
But
But then I'll cast you for my gym show.
thanks.
Yeah,
in what role?
I think.
Yeah. Who would I be?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You
We're
look
on
an
a
angry old
podcast
man.
in the gym somewhere, and you'll be the one hosting the podcast.
Okay. Thanks.
Yeah.
No, the director I work with, he's also into fitness. Like, so I met one guy, and he pretty much is the one who got me all the roles because he liked me. He's like, yeah, just come back. He's like, I think he's Armenian Lebanese. I don't know if he's full Armenian and raised in Lebanon or half. But
I think Armenian, born and raised in Lebanon. I think there's a community there.
really,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
good. So I'm learning stuff. So he can direct your Netflix
let's
show.
do it.
ChatGPT
Let's
can
do it.
write it.
I think I can find it in
Ibrahim
the
can
history.
just sit there and be on the side.
I can be the middleman of everything.
The middleman of it,
Yeah,
just taking a cut.
I really think it was a good show. though.
No, there's scope. I mean, because you see a lot of memes and stuff on TikTok where it's similar, where they'll show like the bodybuilder, and then they'll show the power lifter, and then they'll show the CrossFitter.
So you can make a whole sketch on those kind of memes.
I wanted to do that, I think in 2018. But that's the thing, I come up with ideas, but then I never execute and finish them.
Yeah, we got to sort that out, man.
Yeah.
You're full of so many good ideas.
Ideas only.
Yeah, get it done, man. Come on. Got to deliver.
I love your podcast, by the way.
Thank you.
Last week I went to every video on your channel. The very first episode, the interviews, all of it. I love the first episode.
Check out episode 5 coming soon. I think you'll love it.
And the TikTok account is amazing.
It'll be my TikTok. Oh,
it's really useful.
You know, sorry, go on.
Go ahead.
He told me about you, I think 6 months ago.
Yeah.
He told me this guy, and I saw him in Mother. He's really cool.
You know, the thing that you think about yourself, that you are being, you know, the simplicity of things that you do. You don't complicate things. I think this is the thing that I admit. Okay, I can feel that this is something I can watch. Like, I don't want someone to give me these big words or this, you know, even when they talk about recipes, you know, the quinoa and those kind of stuff. I don't want to hear that. You know, this beef jerkies, basic things that you do. This is what makes it more authentic.
Yeah, I'm trying, because I think that was the pain point. So the idea is you find the main pain point for people. So in the UAE, we all have very similar issues. For example, like, so when I first came, finding high protein, low calorie products, it's not that easy to find. It's getting better though. You're starting to see a lot more come out. So a lot of this started, my brother-in-law was also counting macros. So we were sending each other videos about, oh, hey, look at this chicken, da-da-da. So actually the similar style videos I send from grocery stores was between me and him. And then I started posting online, because I was like, I'm sure, you know, some people will find this helpful. And sure enough, so if you look at my page, and this is where just doing, you learn a lot. I do a lot of different kinds of videos. I'll do some motivational stuff. I'll do some stuff with exercise.
Life hacks.
Yeah. But those, the popular ones are always like just the most simple, hey, look, cheap.
Yeah.
You know, this deal in Viva. And then boom, everybody goes. So because that's what people need.
So just because you mentioned the calories, I want to ask you something. To what level those labels are accurate on the...
I mean, they say that there's up to a 20% legal leeway on either side, so they can under or over report by 20%. That's why if you're like really interested in accurate calorie counting, that's why they always say the whole food diet is the best, because chicken breast is chicken breast. So they can't go a little higher on the protein and lower on the calories, you know, within the legal ranges. But what I do know is that in the UAE, though, the Baladia, the municipality, they're actually a little stricter than some areas in food testing. I know that because I'm working now, so I work for the government, and one of the projects I worked on was a canteen for schools around, and the amount of lab testing that we do for that is insane. So they check all the macros on everything, and they in labs, and they're third-party testers. So I feel like this country is actually a little better than the US, where in the US they do it on purpose. In the US, literally, it's like
they will fake things.
Yeah, it's part of their branding and their marketing. They're just, you know, trying to make as much money out of they can and almost fool people. So it's not going to be 100%. It's not going to be, that 50 calories I miscounted on that one product.
It will not make that huge of a difference.
It's when you're going out and completely blowing your diet. You know what I mean? So it's not, I ate the 5 extra grapes, and I didn't count those 40 extra calories. That's not what made you fat.
But this is my main issue with fitness myself.
Yeah.
Like, I have two seasons, I call it.
Okay.
So either I am the 70 kilos Ibrahim, or I'm the 95 kilos Ibrahim. I have nothing in between. Now I'm the 95 kilos Ibrahim. 93. I'm not going to be 95 soon. So when I do the diet, I either count every single calorie. Even in my FitnessPal, you know, that I use it for tracking.
Yeah,
I even count the zest of
the lemon
or whatever there. So I make sure that I will eat only 1,500 calories today. So even not more, not less. So that's why after like 5, 6, 7 months, it became too hard for me to continue, to be consistent. Yeah. So I lose the consistency and I start to gain weight again.
Actually, that resonates with me a lot too, where I get really lean or I'm fluffy. Building muscle, I think, is so important for this, where you get to the point that you end up with an in-between Ibrahim where you're heavier, but you're looking better. Your body composition is way better. And you're more comfortable because when you have more muscle, you're able to eat more calories. You have more energy because you need more energy just to sustain that level of muscle. So I think that's where actually having a program where you're slowly trying to put on muscle, long term, it might take a year or two, but pretty soon you might find an 80 kg Ibrahim where you're actually looking better than the 70 kg, but feeling way, way better. You're no longer needing to bounce all the way up to 90, 95 because you just collapse.
And for also, if I am stick to a diet, then I will work out. If
True.
I stop the diet, then even I'll stop the workout. That's the issue. That
So
really
you have to try and keep it going because the beauty of lifting weights is that even if you're completely screwing up your diet, worst case, you're bulking. So it's like there's some fader. You're not like completely throwing it away.
True.
Speaking of diet,
Oh, what's going on here?
We got you something.
So what is this?
So my wife came from Japan last night.
Oh, dude.
Okay. So
Alhamdulillah salama.
Allah sallam. So, but okay, this is not the healthiest thing.
I don't care.
Okay. Good.
With gifts, you don't count calories, man.
I love this.
Check this out.
This is okay. Hey, can you like show off the packaging?
This is straight
I think
from-
there's a camera over there.
Wait, I want to show the packaging.
Yeah.
This is straight out of Tokyo. Okay. Wait.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa. What is it? Thank you in Japanese? Oh no, golo or something?
Arigato.
Gomenasai?
Arigato.
Is that it?
Yeah, I think so.
There's gomenasai, I think, but I don't know what this
I
means.
think that's
Ibrahim, what is this random talent here? He's half Japanese.
So, enjoy yourself, guys. Yeah.
Okay, so what is? Do you know what is in here? Is it sweet
I
or
have
not?
no idea. I have no idea.
The first question, is it halal?
I know, right?
No, it's vegetarian.
Okay, vegetarian. Oh, this looks like the
I think it's
kebab.
pancakes.
It reminds me of kebab. Let's go UAE. Let's get a Japanese knockoff of this. There's something in the middle.
I think it's jam.
Ah, I thought it's like tamar. I'm so Arab now.
It does taste like tamar. Is there Japanese tamar?
Maybe it's beans. You know, they eat a lot of beans there. This is so good.
So,
Now we are
speaking
doing-
of diet,
Now we are doing ASMR videos.
Right? Oh, yeah. Hold on. Oh, baby. Ali, what a great idea. I still can't tell what's in there, but it tastes good. It's not too sweet. Oh, look, they do have some kind of... Oh, look. I can figure out the macros. Oh, I'm dropping all over the place.
There's 161.
161 calories.
Let's say there is 32
Yeah.
grams of protein.
I was just about to say that, man. There's all these like Japanese. I don't know if the resolution will be good enough to zoom in on that. Maybe we should do some kind of screenshot later. 0.2 grams of sugar, of course, right? Only.
yeah.
what else could it be?
This is keto friendly.
I can't believe this came all the way from Japan.
Yep. Whoa. Wait.
That's on my bucket list. I've never visited. I've been to Bali.
Yeah, I've been to Bali. To my honeymoon, actually.
Same.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2017.
No, I was way before that.
I've
I
never
love
been to
it.
Bali.
I love it. I want to go back.
But it was so friendly there.
Yeah. But no, I have a friend, and I'll send him this episode of it to watch it also. He goes to Indonesia like every year.
Abdurrahman.
Abdurrahman, yeah.
Nice.
So he normally explores the other parts of the, not only Bali, but he tells me that people are very nice and
That's
yeah,
good.
Even you know, he had a picture for everyone he met, because in the street when they see you that you are a foreigner, if you are not in tourist area, they will take a picture with you. So he used to give them his phone and their phone, then they take pictures.
Nice.
He has picture with hundreds of people in the city. He's like a celebrity there, just because he looks different. So they
Yeah.
will take a picture with you because they are that nice.
They were it's so patient, and because like even I took a scooter one day.
Oh,
and
I love those.
Yeah, it's very dangerous.
And
I don't-
it
I
was.
don't-
I know it's dangerous, but
But
it's
they
so
were
much
just
fun.
so patient. Yeah, they were so patient with me.
I tried it once for like 20 minutes with my wife, and then I was like, because of they drive on the wrong side of the road.
Yeah,
So
it's confusing.
Yeah, it's confusing. Then I thought I'd kill myself in my honeymoon. I don't want to do that.
Yeah,
So I said no.
not the best start to a marriage. Yes, sir.
I went to Thailand for my honeymoon and I took one of these scooters. So I took it one time, and then the next time I was gonna rent it again, and the girl that rents it out told my wife, "Are you sure this is a good idea? Because I saw him diving last night, and I don't think he's that good."
That's so savage. She's so mean.
Yeah,
In front of your like new wife.
but it's okay. We did almost die once. I think she had a point.
Were you deadlifting?
it started to rain, and I was on this hill, and I was driving down and turning, and I almost slipped. But we made it, alhamdulillah.
Alhamdulillah.
In Bali, me and my wife would have been eaten by dogs, 2 huge dogs.
Oh, there were a lot of dogs. I remember
but
that.
we were trying to take like a shortcut, and then we found these 2 huge dogs, really huge dogs. And then they started to, and my wife is much more brave than me.
Okay.
In this thing, yeah.
Good.
She was like, okay.
Good pick.
She's like, don't move. Just, what don't move? They will eat me. Then I started running. I took her hand and I started running. And then when we reached the highway, they stopped there. Then years later, there was Chris Fade show.
Yeah.
And then he was saying, who has a nice story about travel? Then I called, and I was lucky. Then I told him the story. And this guy, by the end of the show, he was like, I love the story. You went 2 nights in this Vida hotel, but I have a question. Because when I was telling the story, I told him that the dog was like the tall of my shoulder. He was like, how tall are you?
Well, I never won anything anywhere.
I've won a similar on the radio here in Dubai, but I lied. I made up a story. Because I was like, but it wasn't as nice as 2 nights somewhere. It was something like a free razor for the beard.
Okay.
Okay.
And I think what they said is they said, all right, call in, and we want to hear a story where you didn't feel like you were prepared, because it's always important to have a good first impression, make sure your beard looks good. So we want to hear a story about where, you faced a situation that you weren't exactly prepared. So I just made something up where everyone usually will say the same thing. Like, I was late to a job interview or this or that.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me make something up. I was like, okay, I got an American accent. So I pretended like I was invited to a football match and I was confused about which football, and I brought the wrong equipment.
Okay.
I completely made it up. They're like, that is such a good story. And then I won the razor.
Haram.
I think that is haram, right? I don't own it anymore, but I need to make istighfar.
No, I did win 500 dirhams once when I was like 6 years old.
Okay, 6 years old.
Yeah, but my parents kept it to save it for me for the future.
And you'll never see it again.
Yeah, it's still being saved.
My dad used to save all of our ID.
Yeah, same.
This is all of a sudden getting very emotional. This trauma, childhood trauma is like coming back to us.
So, fitness.
Yeah, let's get back to fitness. Sorry, you guys are so interesting. I'm enjoying this.
One time we had a friend that came from Japan also, me and him.
What is this, like all these Japanese people in your lives?
and he brought us a chocolate.
Okay.
And it was like really fancy chocolate that they sell it here for I think 500 dirhams or something.
Ooh.
Then we were starting to try it, and then my wife was like, is it halal? I was like, yeah, for sure. And then the ingredients were all in Japanese. Then I used the Google
photo thing, yeah, the image.
The first thing
Google
was
Lens.
like liquor, and then they opened bracket. There are like 5 types of different liquor in the chocolate.
All types of
like,
haram stuff.
I said, why you ask this question? خلاص, the guy said it's halal, then
You lost it.
yeah, we lost the chance.
Lost the chance.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, there you go, Hadi. Hold on.
Hey, لازم كرك.
Keep going.
So you're good.
Was it good? That's crunchy. That would go good on top of something. I need to put that in the Ninja Creamy as a mix-in.
Yeah. Now you are making commercial, huh?
They stopped the affiliation programs for all affiliates.
Okay.
Or they just said that to me. It was like everybody stopped.
They make you buy the machine?
No. So
That's
like
good.
no. It was a good deal for me. Like, cause I bought like 3 or 4 Ninja products before anyway. Because for me, like, I've always been watching like YouTube, Remington James, and there's guys online where they do all these like anabolic recipes. They all use Ninja products. Mm-hmm. So I was a big fanboy, but it was hard to find in the UAE back then. Other companies started to reach out to me, and I was like, this is BS. Like, they were like really unhealthy, sweet stuff that I would never eat, and like I don't even like. I'm like, why the hell would I review it when like I don't even want it? So I mean, I didn't say it like that. I was a little bit politer to them. So then I reached out to Ninja. I was like, well, let me go to a company I would want to represent, because I wouldn't feel guilty. And they said, yeah, we see your videos all the time. He gave me like this affiliate program. So it was a discount code. So anybody used it, I would get 10%, and then they would get 10% off. And then they sent me 2. So I wanted the creamy from the beginning. I was like, I want a creamy. It wasn't ready yet. They're like, don't worry, we'll send you one.
The one that dehydrates?
No, the creamy is
the
like,
creamy
makes
that makes
ice cream.
Okay.
I'll make it for you guys before you leave. I have one in the freezer.
I saw the video with your daughter, I think.
Yeah.
You made one video.
Yeah. And then they sent me a grill that also does dehydrating, and I'm making beef jerky right now.
Okay, it takes like 6-7 hours, I think.
It does.
Yeah.
But it's not hard though. You literally just leave it in there, and it doesn't make noise or anything. I'll show you when we go down. So they gave me 2 machines for free, and then 2 months I made commission, and then like the 3rd month they're like, oh, we're not doing this anymore.
Okay, to everyone. That's what.
So, that's what they told me. Yeah.
What do you think of guys like David Goggins?
I find them motivated. I don't mind. Like I'm very old school, man. Like yes, go out, get it done. But I think his approaches, they're not very optimal at all for losing weight. So for example, he just does ridiculous amounts of volume. It's not very sustainable. You can get injured easily. So I don't mind him per se. Like I think it just depends on what you need. Everyone has a different motivating approach. Some people need their ass kicked. I'm sorry. There's some people out there that just, so he's perfect for that. Other people, you will run them over. Like they need a lot more of a different approach, a lot more support. Other people need to understand what's happening. You can't just yell, scream at them and just have them blindly follow. No, they want to actually understand, see the big picture. And I don't know. What about you? Does that trigger you at all?
No, I like him, but I just think it's not for everyone, like you said. Like, especially for guys who are like have a 9 to 5. The issue I have with some, not David Goggins, but fitness influencers is how they overcomplicate things sometimes. Like the reason I like your page is because you keep it simple. All right, so if you go and do push-ups, pull-ups, and squats, and just eat some protein and eggs, you'll probably be fine. You know, especially if you have a 9 to 5, you're not competing for some bodybuilding.
Oh, you can grow. You can grow just doing that.
But then you have the other guys that make it so complicated and do these weird workouts, and they come up with things just to stand out on TikTok or on Instagram, like, oh, reverse plank burpee. You know, where like it's not necessary. And if you are trying to like stand out and go and compete or something, that's fine. But then if you're a normal guy like me, then I think it's just
So we all know that sometimes volume helps, right? So volume, you know, the more you do, the better. For example, like, okay, if you can go 5 days a week to the gym, great. But what if you can only go 2 days a week? It's not optimal, but how much less? So let's say 5 days a week was like 100%. That's where you're optimal. And it turns out that by only going a couple days a week, but still doing progressive overload, still eating right, still sleeping, they were still getting like 75% of the faida from it, of the effect.
Right.
So 75% is still really good. Yes, like you're still, so you will get bigger muscles, you'll get stronger, you will do better. The problem is we keep thinking, oh, I have to do 5 because it's optimal, and then so it's 5 or nothing.
Yeah.
And that's a big mistake. So literally, and even there was science showing that some people with only 1 set to failure per muscle group per week, they either maintained or slightly increased. So I'm talking about, so you do push-ups once a week until you can't do another one. Every week you will not shrink, and you might even potentially grow if you have slightly good genetics.
That's amazing. It's necessary for anyone more than 30 years old now. Because you're losing muscles.
You have to. No, and it's so many things other than, it's not even just about looking good. It's your psychology. It's being able to live, like bend over, pick things up, pick up your child.
I think, sorry, I'm full mic.
It's okay.
Okay. Do you understand Arabic?
I understand all the bad words.
Okay.
He said I should not
cough.
كح.
تفهم عربي يعني ولا؟
يعني عربي مكسرة.
عربي مكسرة. Okay.
So it depends on the.
But you understand, but you cannot speak.
Like, so what you said there,
Okay.
It depends. So like my vocab is limited.
Okay.
So there's some, like if we're talking food and stuff, like I'll figure it out. I can give directions.
لحم دجاج, you know those things.
All these things, but then when it comes to like more complicated stuff, and then Fusha, it's very hard, like classical Arabic.
But you read Arabic?
I can't, like Quran I can read, like so I know the letters.
Okay.
But not very fluent. So if there's no tashkil, for example, because my vocab sucks, I don't know how to pronounce it right. Look, my dad is Arab, but I lived in the US most of my life. My mom was English speaking. So when your mom is Ajnabiya and then you're living outside, like there's no way to
Actually, you will learn from your mom.
Yeah. And then because dad's out all day working. And then my friends were mostly like Mexican and like, so like there's no way to learn Arabic, right?
So you speak Spanish?
Poquito, sí. Estoy cansado. Yo me quiero a mi casa ahora.
Okay.
This is like لا تكح بالعربي same?
No, it's I'm tired. I want to go home.
Okay.
Which is funny because I'm at home. I just know like some stock phrases.
We were talking about psychology and how it.
Till you start coughing all over the microphone.
Yeah. You were saying something.
Yeah, man. Mentally, it's the psychology of it is what's important. As long, for me, my experience, as long as you keep going and you're consistent, you see, like when I see someone who's fit, to me, it's like a statement, you know, of how committed they are and their discipline. Obviously, not everyone, but typically speaking, any.
I hate to say it, but life is easier when you're, because I've been extremely overweight and now I'm relatively fit and it's easier. My clothes fit better, my confidence is higher, I do better in job interviews, people treat you different when you're queuing up, people are more patient with you.
You can tie your own shoes.
Yeah, but it's true, there's something about it, and I think you're right, it represents like, okay, this guy has his life together.
So people treat you different?
They do, they did. So before obesity, because have you guys ever been like obese like I was? No. It's weird. It's the only disease where people laugh at you for it. If you had cancer, people will feel very bad for you. If you're in a wheelchair, people will cry for you and move out of the way. If you're fat, they'll spit on you and think you're disgusting and wonder why you can't just keep your mouth closed and stop eating. And literally, they're so obvious about it. Their lip curls when they look at you like, ugh, look at this. And it's actually a disease. You can't really, it's very hard to break it. It's not discipline. So for example, I'd never murdered anyone. So I have self-control. You know, I never killed somebody. I kept it halal until I got married. You know, I can control certain things. I show up to work on time every day. So it wasn't an issue of discipline. I can wake up for Fajr. That's really hard. But I couldn't control the eating. So there's something there missing, like especially when you get to that weight. People treated me very different, even, you know, in the workplace setting. So I'm the same guy, same brain, same education, same ideas, but it's for whatever reason now people are a lot more receptive.
True.
But I think it's exactly what you said, Ali. Sorry, the outside image where it just shows that, okay, this guy, he's in control, so I trust myself with him. I want to hear what he has to say.
So what do you think of the whole acceptance thing where like they bring oversized models? Do you think that's a good thing?
I think it's dangerous. I think, guys, and this is why on my channel even, I'm okay with things like processed foods, but to an extent. Like I overdo it a bit, but your number one goal should be to not be obese. I swear to God, just by doing that alone, so many things get fixed immediately. And guess what? The processed food, you actually start eating it less because you're feeling a bit healthier, or you're working out because you can work out now, you can move, and you need better quality food to fuel those workouts. And so naturally, you end up picking up better habits. But just by not being obese, so I went from, so my whole account, Papacast, I couldn't have kids. That was the moment that I was like, and that was a really big deal. It's because people are like, oh, you might die young, blood pressure, this. I was like, who cares, man, whatever. But the minute they're like, oh, and you can't have a kid, whoa, okay. And that's where I never turned back. So now, alhamdulillah, like I have 2 daughters, naturally. My testosterone went up without taking anything in my life from, I think, 200 something to around 500. And I'm 40. And I was in my late 20s back then. So even though I'm older, my testosterone's a lot higher just from losing weight, not doing anything special. Don't encourage people to be overweight because, yes, there are people who are thin and still unhealthy, and it doesn't guarantee like a long life, longevity and things. But being overweight, there's a lot of other issues that come with it, and joint pain and this and that, and even just the simple things properly, like making ruku and sujood, like when you're praying. True. So if that's something that you're worried about too, like there's so many other things that get better for you.
Self-esteem, maybe?
Everything.
Okay.
And then now I've got babies looking at me. I've got 12,000 kids on TikTok follow me. So like you have to be careful. Like people are looking at you. If you're a father, if you're anyone with a community around you, they're looking at you.
Yeah, your kid will be copying you exactly, whatever you do.
So what do you want them to see?
You know, I read a quote once that said, people are not sick because they're fat because they're sick. You know? So unusually we look at it the other way around.
Yeah.
I think the kids might be the biggest motivation for anything related to those changing yourself. Like for myself, even regarding losing weight also, it was one of the things that I did. Because I was more overweight than now before. And it was once my wife told me that we are expecting, then I decided to change things. One of these that I started to lose weight. Actually, the day that she told me that we are expecting, alhamdulillah, I started to pray 5 times a day. Like I used to, sometimes you pray, but sometimes I'm not consistent in this. But I said, no, I want my kid when they grow up, because they will copy me. They will not copy what I say. They will copy what they see.
100%.
Yeah. So I want him at least to see that, because see, I when I grew up, I always knew that I will be consistent with my prayer, because my father was always consistent with his prayer. So my father and mother. So I was like, because of that, then I said, no, I want to deliver the same thing. So I think this also related to the fitness or having like better lifestyle or this. So you don't want to make it like it's okay to be overweight, even for your kids. I mean, it is okay. It's as you said, it's disease, but it's better to at least work towards fixing this issue.
You shouldn't accept something that has a negative impact on you or the people around you. That doesn't mean that, you should be punished because you became overweight or you slipped no, we're humans, and everyone has their own trial. So for me, it was weight. Other people, it might be substance abuse. Everyone has their own demon to fight.
How difficult is it to work out, since both of you are fathers? How difficult is it to stay fit and work out when you have a kid and a family?
Understanding fitness helped me a lot, where I could figure out how to get similar impact, but just some few tweaks. So shifting to full body workouts, less days a week. There's always a way to make it work. And I think worst case, like you adapt. Like we already said, body weight exercises are good enough. So you could wake up at Fajr, smash out some, pull-ups, sit-ups, push-ups, some kind of I think
that you have like a small gym.
I do, because this was during COVID. So you can make it work, And then I've got my coaches here. I've got Khabib and Muhammad Ali, Allah yarham.
And I'm between them in the frame.
You got 2 Alis there, Muhammad Ali and Ali. I talk to them sometimes.
Yeah.
Guys, if you ever need like any, just tell them Khabib, what would you do? Would you go for that run or would you go to bed? You go for the run, okay, and then I go for the run. Ibrahim, what did you have to do when you had kids? Did you have to change, or were you able to continue?
Yeah, actually.
By the way, my wife helped a lot too. Like you have to communicate with your spouse. Like you have to say, this is my time. How can we make it work? And they'll help you. Don't let that be an excuse.
See, actually, it helped me after my wife delivered. So definitely any pregnant woman will gain some weight. And she wanted to lose that weight. And normally, she's never overweight in her life. So she doesn't know the struggle of dieting and this kind of stuff. So my issue was with dieting that I diet, but she never, because she doesn't need it. So it was not easy if both of you are not on the same page. But once she gained some weight because of the baby, so we said like, okay, both of us will do some good dieting. We'll change our lifestyle a little bit. And we've did something. We did a competition at home.
Nice.
That we will lose together 25 kgs. That was our plan. Together, like whatever. So we would both push each other to reach 25 kgs in total. And actually we lost like 35 kgs.
MashaAllah.
After that. Now I gained some weight after it, but still, even because I was working out, and so even though I'm in not similar weight, a bit less weight than before, but still I look better than before. Like because maybe the muscle mass is much better in this. So, but right now I'm trying to get back to. But because also I love cooking and I love healthy cooking.
Yeah.
Check out his TikTok, guys.
Yeah. Now they'll see like. The last video was last year. But
Cook with Ibrahim.
Bring it back, man.
I have 6 videos that they are ready to be posted.
Really?
But I didn't.
Imagine one of those videos could have been like 50 million views and you've been holding it.
Yeah. I think I should.
Could have changed your life.
Yeah.
I've been telling him for 6 months.
Yeah, they were trying to tell me this. But
hey, Mr. Quit the podcast and quit the. You've got some things to finish too, man. Your Netflix show.
Soon.
No, he bought.
Hook me up with the director.
He bought a stand and mic.
Pedros, where you at?
He bought a stand and mic to make some videos in working out, but he did none.
Look, I think I'd be. I think one day, inshallah, if there's anything I'm really good at, I think it's just talking.
Okay. So back to podcasting.
Okay. Yeah, back to podcasting in Arabic.
Yes. Wallahi, guys, I have a feeling if my channel was bilingual or in Arabic, I'd probably have like 1 million subscribers.
100%,
by the way.
100%.
But wallahi, like I have the accent though, I can pronounce.
Yeah, go for it.
But I can't. What do you want me to say?
Say, talk about this Japanese box.
That's really hard though.
Yeah, all right.
هذا كرتون حلويات
Perfect accent.
من يابان.
أيوة.
شو هذا مسخرة. My brothers and sisters, younger ones, أبدا. Everyone thinks they're little convert kids. Oh, look at those cute little white Muslims. But for me, like I think they can tell like I'm pretty Arab.
You do look Arab, by the way.
Yeah. But a lot of people think I'm Lebanese.
Yeah,
I get that
I
a
can
lot.
see that. Yeah.
you look Levant, like a Levant.
Yeah. Lebanese and Turkish, I get that a lot. Let's keep going.
Why you have a topic about lifting for women?
That's him.
Was that me?
Well, I got that off of your WhatsApp.
Lifting
I don't
for
know,
women.
bro. I think it was from the top of my head.
I think
don't know.
it's a great topic though.
I do.
Brain's triggered.
No, I'm just asking. I'm wondering.
No, I think I added it because of this notion that women shouldn't lift.
Yeah.
And it couldn't be.
It's nonsense.
From the truth, يعني. Lifting, women should lift. Everybody should lift.
100%.
Inshallah, when one day I become a father, my kids will come to the gym with me.
Yeah.
So like when their kids, whether they like it or not. I'm sorry.
You know, it's the cutest thing ever when you go to a gym and you see like a guy. He's like, you know, in the let's say early 40s, late 30s, and they have like his kids like 6-7 years old, and they work out with them. It's like it's amazing.
And you're right though, with women, relax, because they're more prone to osteoporosis, their bones.
Absolutely.
And the lifting, you know, and I think the issue is they think like they're worried, obviously, some of them about getting bulky or getting big, but like that, you gotta understand, like there's men out there, they stick drugs in their butt and still can't get big. Like they literally, they're cheating.
It would not be that easy for you.
It's really, you don't accidentally wake up and you're huge. Like it does not happen like that.
They think you'll get bulky like on accident.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wish I accidentally got big.
I think if I had followed like a proper diet and proper plan, I would have done a better
I
job.
told him this.
But
you know,
I
he works out like a crazy, but his diet is.
I can tell you though, I can just looking at you, you've got good genetics, mashallah.
Yeah, thank you.
His frame, you can tell the shoulders are always a giveaway.
Yeah, and my calves too.
Yeah. Oh, put those away, man. There's kids watching.
See, that's
the
why
show.
I wear these socks.
Yeah, to cover them up.
Yeah, and I feel like a superhero.
Abe.
Yeah.
The superhero from his show.
Put those guns away, big boy.
You know, I used to look at the mirrors at the gym because you know the trick they do at the gym where
Where's this going?
The mirrors make you look bigger.
Yeah.
You know, and I used to think to myself like, this is me, like my full potential if I keep going. You know, and I would just go and look and flex. I think some people at the gym think I'm crazy.
Yeah,
But
I would definitely say a few things to you if I was there.
But it works for me.
So it is literally just about being consistent.
Yeah, absolutely.
The food side, at least, like, alhamdulillah, I always had I've had a really good understanding of that, but I've never matched it with the gym. The last piece of the puzzle, sleep. And I think that's like you cannot reach a certain point without resting.
What about supplements?
So supplements. So for me, I'm very like light touch on supplements, because the word supplement literally is just like to enhance in case if you need it. So if you're eating a well-rounded diet, so for me, there's only 2 supplements really I take: creatine monohydrate, because it's not that expensive. It's really well researched, and I've heard there's a lot of other benefits other than even lifting, for cognitive, which is good. And I like the fact it's not too expensive, and it's been around for a long time. Even when I was in high school, kids in my football team, they were using creatine monohydrate. And then whey protein, just because I'm busy and I can't eat that much. Like, I just get tired. It's exhausting. I eat almost 200 grams of protein sometimes. And that's a lot of food to chew. And then I only have a couple meals where I can actually sit down and eat like that. So whey protein is just another way of helping me.
I think you need that marmoon.
Yeah.
Milk.
It is, but it's hard to, man, I drank half a bottle once. Well, like I was on the toilet like instantly. Like you have to be very careful.
Yeah. It's 1 liter, I think, right?
It is, but it's 90 grams. But it's so
I've
sweet.
Seen it.
You make a video on that, like back in the day, it would get like 300,000 views immediately.
Yeah.
And because it would hit the US, it'd be like, those crazy Arabs, man, 90 grams of protein and some milk. What are they doing? CrossFit. Do you do CrossFit?
No.
Okay, because they make fun of that on Instagram.
I'm not a big fan of CrossFit. I like how CrossFit community is like good for you as an individual because everyone sticks together and work out together, and it's a team.
Their culture, you have to admit, amazing.
I love it. But the idea that you train to the point of like fatigue and until you break down and so many injuries. I'm not a fan of CrossFit. I don't think I can do it.
Yeah, I'm also like, especially because I've been more doing like bodybuilder style working out, where I'm a lot bigger fan of controlled kind of repetitions, and I've had injuries. So yeah.
And I work out because to me it's like I'm in my own world.
Yes.
You know, so I don't want to interact with people. Like there's people I see at the gym every day since 2017 that we never spoke to each other, because I'm here to work out. I just put my headphones and.
So you see, this is like actually what I'm wearing now. This is my gym outfit. Yeah. It's my do not disturb. So sometimes I look like maybe like I'm angry when I'm out, but I'm not. I'm just like focused, you know.
Yeah,
because I don't get a lot of quiet time in my life.
And I think it's also because we're men, you know, and we suck at multitasking. So if I'm doing something, if I'm working out, I can't really think of, okay, I need to say hi to this person or something. I can't do it. Or
And
maybe it's just me. I don't know.
Like same here, because whenever I work out, normally I work out in the morning. I go before work, so you don't have time to socialize with anyone. Like you need to spend this 45 minutes in a good workout and leave. So you don't have, because you want to sleep more, so you want to wake up a bit later. So you don't want to spend time talking to here and there.
Well, I work out in the morning too. Part of the reason is because the gym's empty in the morning. Well, not anymore recently, but definitely nothing compared to the gym in the evening, when some people are there to socialize and and like flirt with.
There's a lot of kids, you know, but it's okay. I'd rather them be in the gym, I guess, than doing other stupid stuff. But it can be frustrating.
It's more convenient for everyone to go after work, so that's why it's more crowded.
I would love to go in the morning, but because I work like 7 a.m. and then my daughters, they get up early for school, so my mornings are just completely, because I'm a morning person too.
No, I'm lucky because I start working at 9, so I have some time to.
See, I've never had a 9 to 5 kind of job, and it's beautiful actually. If you can, because most gyms at least 6 a.m. they're open, if not 5.
Yeah, well, some of them are 24/7.
Yeah, I work on 24/7.
What's that one called? Gymnation, they're new here. But have you ever gone on the Reddit page?
No.
It's just go to on the Reddit page.
I'm gonna do that.
It's
I love
hilarious.
Reddit, by the way, but I'm not on the
Gymnation Reddit page. It's all about like, so pretty much the theme is that you can never cancel a membership once you signed up.
It's true.
Like literally, like you could be dead and they would keep billing you.
Trust me, I canceled my credit card and they keep sending me, these threats to take me to jail. Actually,
I've heard this, but other than that, like the price isn't bad. The timings are really good.
No,
obviously, because it's 24 hours, and I think for powerlifters too, because they have the powerlifting bars and stuff. If you go really heavy, not that I do, but
but. Nothing. My favorite gym in Dubai is the Warehouse, by far, by a mile.
Yeah, but that's like the fancy one. Wait, you go? There's one in Khawanij now.
There's one Khawanij. I go to the one in Al Quds.
That's really nice.
That's the one. That's the best gym in Dubai, in my opinion.
I've been there. No, it's amazing. It's just location, because for me, location is so important, because I barely have time to get out. Yeah. So that's why, like, I'm here at fitness first. I can walk. Like it's literally the city center, It's not my vibe, the culture at all.
Fitness first is not my vibe.
No, but like, look, once again, I've got my headphones on. There's weights in front of me. I'm fine. Yeah. I'm good enough. So I can ignore everything else. And clothes in general, I just love how they've turned that into like fitness central. One of my students, he's the Team Nagara gym. They do. So Team Nagara, they do a lot of like martial arts training, like jiu-jitsu, and then they also have weight training and stuff like that. But that's his gym, and he's like, come whenever you want. But I just like, it's like a 20-minute drive there and like a 1-hour drive back to the Sharjah traffic.
Not worth it.
No. I'm loyal to the Warehouse for the past, I think, 4 years. Before that, there was a gym called Fitness HQ. It closed down. Couldn't make it after COVID, that gym.
Okay.
But that gym was legendary. But it's gone now. Rest in peace. But Gym Nation, my issue with Gym
Ali
Nation...
got so emotional there.
Yeah, look, I get attached to places more than people at times.
Do you need to talk about this, Ali?
No, that's okay. I love places, man. That's what
I love places too.
Yeah.
الأماكن
والله. Do you know what al-amakin means?
I know makan is like place, right?
Yeah, amakin is the plural.
Yeah.
But no, there is a very famous
what is the meaning
song
behind it? Yeah.
So there's an iconic song.
Can you sing it for me? He sounds. You look like a singer.
Yeah, he is.
You look like a singer. I don't know why you gave me that vibe.
No, I can cook, but I cannot sing.
I wish I could sing.
It's all art, man.
Yeah.
I wish I could sing.
You're just eye candy, Ali. Just sit there and look pretty.
You can check it on YouTube.
You have some. The song itself.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's very famous. Saudi song.
But I wish I could sing. I love music, but I suck.
I'll bring you back then. There's a guy that I want to do a podcast with. He is a singer, and he also follows me. He tracks his macros.
What's his name?
I think his name's Roy something. He's Lebanese.
Okay.
I haven't met him before, but I'm thinking of bring him on too. But yeah, he's very talented though. Like he's been on like TV shows and things like that.
You know, growing up, I wanted to become a DJ.
Really? One of my cousins in UK is a DJ.
Yeah,
True story.
Well, I didn't do it because I felt like because of the lifestyle that comes with it, and because I didn't have the talent, I just wanted to do it. And I had to work like.
You should have just said the talent first instead of the lifestyle. Let's be honest.
Yeah, probably.
You have the equipment, right?
I do have the equipment. Yeah.
No, for me, like my dad, believe it or not, he's an imam in Florida.
Okay.
So like we were always raised like pretty strict. So that would have never been an option.
Yeah.
But my cousins on the other
no
hand,
partying and this kind of stuff.
nah, man, we were good kids.
So you didn't really live the American,
Not at all, man.
style.
You know, they used to think they called me a narc because I was in the University of Florida, which is this big party school, and I'm the only one not drinking, not doing this stuff. So they literally thought I was an undercover. Like kind of, and then because I didn't have girlfriends and stuff, they were all like questioning they were like, you don't like girls, man? What's wrong with you? No, it's not like that. Literally, you get like made fun of. So I was very happy moving to the UAE. America wasn't easy for me.
Yeah.
So culturally, here you are more attached. Like I mean, you are more.
I feel comfortable.
Yeah.
But I think I do. I just relate more to the Arab culture. So that's why even my in-laws, they're like the most Bedouin people. They're from like Benias, you know, and I get along fine, even though I can barely speak Arabic, because it's more than the language, you know, it's
more than the language.
It's a culture.
Definitely, yeah, me too. You know, a few years ago, we wanted to move to Australia, and we went and applied and everything, and then COVID hit and cancelled everything, and I'm glad I didn't do it, because now I'm at a point where I don't think I want to live anywhere that's not like similar to our culture.
Did you guys grow up here then, or where did you grow up?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've known him for 13 years now.
Mashallah.
Yeah.
But you were born here, both of you?
No, I was not born. I came here when I was 9.
9 years old.
Well, I wasn't born here. I was born in Jordan. I'm Palestinian Jordanian, but my family have been here since the 70s.
Okay.
But I mean, I did elementary school here, and so all of my life it was here.
Yeah.
Last time I went to Syria, it was 2010. So I don't remember much from there. It was an amazing place.
No, Syria, it's man. You know, we get it rough as Arabs, huh? We haven't had a very easy history.
True.
Here, to me, this country, to me, in my head, is my home.
Yeah.
In many ways, because this is all I know. Like, the school I went to is 10 minutes from here. My university is here. Like, all my childhood years, teenage years. So
we were in the same school, but we did not know each other.
Yeah,
That's
we
Really?
went to the same school, yeah.
So, like, you were like one of the cool kids, and he was one of the nerds. Is that how it worked out? No. So you just didn't mix?
No, actually, he was in the night school. I was in the morning school.
Yeah.
Oh, was it like the National Charity School or something?
Yes, you know. We both
I'm in education, guys.
Yes.
You see that?
Best
I know my
school ever.
stuff. No, because you know how I know?
Yes.
I'll tell you how I know that, because my first job here, I worked for the Dubai Schools Inspection Bureau. جهاز الرقابة المدرسية Dubai. Now that Arabic word I know.
Okay.
And I had to schedule the inspections. I just remember it was so hard to coordinate because the logistics was way harder because there's a night and these old inspectors were like, we can't stay up past 8 o'clock. You know, like,
You know, we know that inspectors are coming to school.
Yeah,
we know
yeah,
that
you would
because-
put on the show, right?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
put everything. You know, they have this. This presentation tool. I don't know what they call it. That you put
Projector?
the paper. It's not a projector actually. It's just you put the paper like
yeah,
this.
I know what
and
you're
then-
talking about.
It's like an old type projector.
Yeah,
They will bring it and
with
then
the
clean
marker
it.
and the
They will clean it and then they will put things on this. We know that you guys are coming
Yeah.
for inspection.
I remember we had this British guy on, and our chemistry teacher was like, guys, I'm gonna pretend to ask a question. One of you, Ahmed, some guy, a kid called Ahmed, said, Ahmed, you're gonna raise your hand, you'll answer, you say anything, and then everyone will clap. Okay. We did that, and the guy was very impressed.
That's so nice. You guys had your teachers back. I respect that.
Yeah. He was one of the good ones.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, because I've seen some horror stories. Like when I was teaching, some of the teachers where the kids did not like them. They were. You could tell they were trying to get them fired. Like it was ridiculous.
No, I was a terrible student. I'll be honest. In school,
I can see that.
But I regret it now. I don't think I can ever be like a teacher. I don't think I have the patience for it.
It's not easy, but you'd be surprised though. It just depends. You find your own way of doing it.
You know, I had an idea once for our podcast with Ibrahim and the guys.
Okay.
I wanted to do like a cartoon version.
Oh
So we can use the audio and have some.
Was it your idea? Or
No, wasn't my idea. Obviously, I saw it online. But I think we can do that.
Yeah, but who's like that? Sounds like so much effort.
Yeah, it is. There's no. Yeah,
Who's gonna do the
hire
animation?
someone.
I wish I could animate stuff because if
maybe AI or something.
I don't think
now
AI
with
is there yet, though.
right?
I don't think.
Did
AI,
you ask ChatGPT?
I will.
Like
I
what?
asked ChatGPT 100 questions a day, by the way.
That's good, man.
He doesn't have friends.
You sure you're married?
He's recently married, by the way.
I got married exactly
Mabruk.
2 months ago, a little over 2 months ago.
Well, I'll tell you what. Bringing this kind of stuff back, you did well.
Alhamdulillah.
No, this is so cool. So now Japan is on the bucket list. I wish I knew what it was called though, because when I show up there, I'm gonna try and describe it to the Japanese
Look,
people.
bro, it's from the airport anyway. I think
Go ahead, read it for me.
It's a god Nogaku. Sapporo Nogaku. That's what it's called.
It has 51 calories each.
So this is their website.
Not bad, right?
Okay.
Yeah, actually. The texture's nice though. I like it's got that crunch and. Oh, can you collab with more than one person on Instagram?
I
think you can.
Because it
I'm not
says
sure
I've
about
never
I don't
tried.
think so. I think it's two
only-
people.
Well,
only.
let's find out.
So only.
Yeah, I guess. It's fine.
Hey, let's find out. Wait.
Oh, I played paddle with a famous. He's an imam of a masjid last night.
Bosnian.
Yeah.
My wife is Bosnian.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe she knows him.
No, everyone is
No,
crazy
no.
about paddle.
I enjoyed it. It didn't hurt my back because it's a little slower than tennis.
You can add one more than.
Try.
You can add
just
so
like-
you can add 2 people.
Yeah.
I mean, it will not remove the first one.
Huh? Adi.
You can collab with two.
Yeah.
Yeah, good.
So why
So
can't you do that in TikTok? I don't like that
Yeah, TikTok didn't have collab.
because you can tag
I think
someone.
you
tag
can.
anyone.
You can tag.
one
You can
person, I
tag,
think.
but like they don't get the views and the.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they will not. It will not appear
But
in the people's
it's
timeline.
kind of awkward on the collab because I feel guilty. For example, my Instagram page is dead, and there's 2 fairly high profile people that they've collabed with me. And the only videos I get views from are the ones with them because it's their audience. So literally, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see what I.
Yeah, I know. This.
You'll see like 1 million views, 300,000, and then 27 is the one with my face on it.
And then
So
180,
132,
132.
The Botich one did all right for me, 900.
You know, sometimes when you do a reel like that, when you do a reel that you don't think much about it, like you
Yeah.
just shoot random things,
does really well.
It will go viral. When you script things and do it will.
YouTube is doing okay for the reels for me, but they hate my long form. Yeah, I have to figure that out. But I think
Yeah.
you have to invest in YouTube. You have to like.
You have to actually invest, and I think people's attention span is really bad nowadays. So it's
True.
really difficult for them to stick. Like I love Joe Rogan to death, okay, and I'm consistent listener to his show, and sometimes I still sometimes not continue some of the episodes, although I love the show and I love the episodes. I think it's my attention span.
True.
So it's easier for people to just, Andrew Schultz, the comedian.
Yes, Andrew Schultz.
Okay.
Yeah. I
So-
think he was here recently.
Yeah, he was in Abu Dhabi. He had a 1-hour special and he had it on YouTube and no one watched it. Okay, this was I think 7 years ago. Then he cut the videos into 3 minutes, like each joke, and put them as a playlist, and people ended up watching the entire 1 hour because they felt like, okay, it's just 3 minutes,
Chunks,
and then
yeah.
But then when you see 1 hour, no, I don't think
So tie that into fitness. Come
Yep.
on, bring it into fitness. No, they literally this is a fitness thing because they have 5-minute workouts where literally you'll just do like one
push
thing
you
for
to
5
do the
minutes,
1 hour thing.
but then you end up doing okay. Now I'm in the mood. Let's do
Yeah.
another 5
Let's do
minutes.
one more.
Before you know it, whole hour
You're
done.
done.
True.
The nature of comedy, like you're literally up there, everyone judging you. It's so harsh. Like it's not like there's no support, and even the top comedians in the world bomb like all the
Yeah,
time.
true.
Like it's so emotional. Like you're probably so high when it's high, and then you're so low when it's low.
True.
Who's your favorite one?
Dave Chappelle by far. He's
He's the best.
he's literally my favorite.
Yeah, mine too.
Bill
ever.
Burr also is amazing.
Yeah, I love
Bill Burr is very good too. I got to see in Abu Dhabi Eddie Griffin when he
Eddie
came,
Griffin, yeah.
and Charlie Murphy was on that.
Charlie
He's
Murphy,
passed
yeah,
away
he
now,
passed
but
away, yeah.
he was there too. So I went with my brother-in-law. I like comedy, but I don't get out that much. I met that. Do you know the guy that does accents on TikTok, Sean? My parents are divorced. Have you seen him?
The one that he always do like Nigerian accent and those.
He does.
Is it Egyptian guy? The Egyptian guy?
Yeah, I don't even know where he's from because he's very light skinned and his name's Sean. He could be Egyptian, he could be Lebanese. He does an Irani. He does so many accents. You can't tell where he's from.
The Canadian guy? Is he Canadian?
I don't even know. I met him. This is a funny thing. I met him and I spent like a whole afternoon with him, but I didn't ask him that many personal questions because he was going to do a podcast on TikTok too, where he's like in the cafeteria, he's like running up to the car and then he'll take the order really quick.
I know. I think he's Egyptian.
Is he Egyptian?
Yeah, he is Egyptian. Yeah.
It's hard because he's got an American accent.
He's funny.
He's hilarious.
The guy is funny. Yeah.
And this guy, I heard because he does stand up too. I heard that he can do, because he's good with accents and things. He can do an hour improv almost and keep it going, like zero preparation, with no material.
Yeah, you just talk about some stereotypes and those kind of things.
Yeah, because in the UAE, yeah, exactly. In the UAE, it's.
But I think it takes guts to get on stage and tell jokes too.
Yeah, I've always wished I could just try it, just to like feel it. But I have a feeling that I would like it's.
You'll be booed or something.
Way harder than it looks.
Have you ever been to a comedy club there in America?
I struggle. Here's the problem, because I am a bit conservative. Okay. So it's hard where, because usually they're in like places like, nightclubs, bars, things like that. So there were a few things at my university I went to, but they weren't that good. Like, so I never went to like a really high quality comedy club in the US. So in Utah, do you know Utah?
Oh yeah.
It's a very conservative state in America. So they don't drink that much. Very Christian, very kind of mutawa'in, like these kind. So they call it the dry bar humor, and so they invite comedians, but there's rules that they can't swear, they can't, and there's no alcohol being served, and so they usually have a much tamer version of some of the stuff is like really funny. So look up on YouTube like dry comedy.
So they try to keep it halal, and then
So some of them they'll get a little edgy, but it's like with limits. So it's usually like jokes about family stuff and like complaining about their kids and like Michael McIntyre type of
stuff.
Like
I love Michael McIntyre.
He's very funny.
So why do people make fun of Florida all the time?
Florida man. Like everything you read about is true. Like you will see some crazy stuff in Florida.
There's always this Florida man news.
Yeah, like literally people walk around with their shirts off and like do like some really ridiculous stuff.
He was fighting with an alligator.
The thing, you just Google Florida man and your exact birthday and something hilarious will come up.
They are the halal version of Florida man.
Pretty much, yeah.
The conservative Florida man.
Yeah.
That's good.
Wasn't there a time where maybe you weren't so halal?
Not really. I was because I was like a fat kid. Like I couldn't get into that much trouble. I wasn't cool enough to get invited to things. So like even if I wanted to go to the other side, I wasn't.
This was a blessing for you.
It's all from God. That's what I tell myself. Allah was protecting me.
Yeah.
But like my dad, he was cool. Like because he's an imam, but he wasn't like very strict, and he was very like moderate. He was good. Like he would wake us up. We'd go to Fajr in the masjid. But then, like, we'd go for a run and get some donuts. So, like, he made it fun. Like, we enjoyed it. It was our bonding time, so.
How's Ramadan like in a place like that?
In America, it was hard, man, because I used to play, when I played American football, sometimes iftar, and the days are longer there. So, I would literally be practicing and then have to play a match, and it would be like 9 p.m., and I would drink my first sip of water.
Wow.
And nobody got it. And there were always, like, pizza parties in that month. I used to always get pissed off, like... Damn it, man! The end of year pizza party is during Ramadan. Like I couldn't eat the pizza. Well, I think we've done pretty good, guys. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This has been great. Inshallah, one day I'll make my own podcast. It's gonna be in Arabic, so work on your Arabic. So I think what you're doing is great.
Yeah, it's fun. I just need to get a little smarter at it and make it so now, like for example, this stuff will take me a while to edit and get through, but it's okay. Like. When there's no deadline, when there's no and you're enjoying it.
Exactly. You're having fun with it. If I chop my video, I'm gonna look like this with Habib next to me.
I know, right?
Good, right?
Yeah. You look really good. Dude, this is awesome, man. Thank you.